Hello, everybody. Don't forget to visit our Patreon page for the Ale Horn and throw us a buck or two if you guys enjoy this. We'll give you some good perks, including getting podcasts early and possibly some discounts on some merch. We would very much appreciate it, as all proceeds from Patreon are going directly into our band Temptations Wings. So, I'm going to ask Jason some questions. A lot of it has to do with early on in the band, but just wanted to get his opinion and see if he remembers some of the stuff that we did back in the early days, because we've been doing this for like 12, 13 years now. Been a local band, local struggles, stuff like that. So, all right, you ready?
I am ready.
Do you remember the first song we learned together?
Out to Get Us, I do believe it was.
Yeah, it was. It was. It sure was. Yeah, I think that one was up on Facebook. Or not, no, this was MySpace days.
Yeah, we're talking MySpace era.
Yeah. The heyday of MySpace.
Yeah.
And my band and Jason's band, we had a show booked together, and it all just kind of fell apart for both bands shortly after that. And so Jason was like, "Hey, man, you want to jam some? It's like, sure. He's like, I really like that Out to Get Us song you got, It's like, we could jam on that. I'm like, yeah, man, So had him come on over to a place I was living at the time, and it's all history from there.
You programmed a bunch of double bass in that song,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I was like, I'm just going to play, just single bass on this, but...
Yeah. I did drum programming on all that early stuff, programmed a drum machine. And, I really, really laid the double bass in on that one hard. And it was a fast song, so Jason was like, I don't know about that.
I'm going to play it. I'll know the changes, but I'm not playing it like this. It's about impossible.
But the way you played it live was by far the best that we had ever played it live, in a total full band setting. So It was still awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun song. I mean, I wouldn't play it now, but... it was fun at the time. It was way different than the stuff I was doing in my previous band. So
yeah, that was by far the best thing I had written up to that point. So it was a fun song. We enjoyed it.
There's a couple songs that you had that I liked. I think I liked. There was one I liked better than that one, but I can't remember what the name of it is right now. Save My Life. It'll pop up one day.
Yeah. We'll go back through all that stuff one day. All right. Next question. What was your biggest reason for joining the band?
Well, going back to the MySpace days, I listened to your MySpace stuff. And I always told myself, if my band right now ever broke up, I'm going to hit this dude up. I don't care who he's got playing with him. I'm going to tell him, I think I should try out. Because I thought your riffs were more in my wheelhouse of drumming style, even than my band at the time. So, yeah, I mean, it was just the riffs and, I was a fan of Down, obviously the name of the band, Temptations Wings, first song, first album. So, yeah, I always had in my mind that I was going to hit you up one day. I probably would have hit you up regardless anyway, because I wasn't really digging it at the end of my days and primed. I had actually almost killed Paul one time because he pissed me off so bad. We were arguing about a song, something stupid, and I remember I almost jumped over my drum set to fucking attack him. That was pretty much the end of that band, because, man, he just got my damn nerves so bad that one day. So, yeah, it was pretty much writing on the wall after that happened. I don't think we did much after that. So yeah, I mean, I always just kept up with you, and, And then when we had that show at Fred's, I was like, I know a band we need to hit up, and it was y'all. And then I don't even know if we played that show after y'all dropped off, if we were broke up, or if Fred's quit doing music. I don't remember what the details were, but yeah, it was Turmoil and Primed around that time. Yeah, so.
It was Turmoil and TW right around that time too. I
heard the stories.
Yeah. For the people that don't know, let's say we probably weren't ready to actually play live yet. It probably would have been pretty bad on our part, but the bass player at the time, it wasn't like a week before. It wasn't like 10 days before. No. It was like, we're playing Saturday. Wednesday, he calls me up, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm leaving the band, man. We're not ready to play this show. I was like, So we're not ready, but instead of staying around until we're ready, you're just going to quit? Yeah, man, I'm just not that into it. I'm like, all right, dude. Go about your merry freaking way then, you know.
Yeah, bass players in big shows. I don't know. It's a common problem with this band in the early days.
Yeah,
Remember
seriously.
the Orange Peel one.
Oh, yeah.
Fiasco.
Yeah. What an interesting turn of events that was.
Yeah. Well, I try for the best, for sure. So, I don't think we'd be where we are today if that person was still playing.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. And going back to the question, it helped that we lived within 10 minutes of each other, too. And
being local, for sure.
Yeah. And we had, like, mutual respect. So that helped probably further his decision in going to the band. He doesn't have to drive an hour to come on over or something. All right. This is a tough one. Is there anything you wish we had done differently?
Sometimes I wish that we thought about renaming the band, because I hate getting the questions, are you a down cover band or a tribute band? It's like, well, I always want to tell them, it's like, well, you should listen before you ask, and you'll probably hear that. No, we don't really sound like down at all, so.
No, I agree. I agree.
Maybe we could have got on like the big trend now is Acid or Wizard in your title. Maybe we could have jumped out ahead of that. We could have been like Acid Wizard or
Acid Wizard,
Wizard King or something. You know, everyone else has, or Wolf, whatever. There's so many Wolf bands.
Yeah.
No offense to Wolfhound.
Yeah.
Once they spell theirs with a U instead of an O.
Yeah, we love
but
those guys.
I mean, there's so many bands that just use Wolf and everything. And if you're hearing this lawnmower, I do apologize.
Yeah.
Wasn't anticipating
Some
yard work at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, some assholes decided to mow it while we're doing our podcast, so hopefully you folks can't hear that. All right. So what's your favorite song from before Chad joined?
That is a pretty good one. So you're talking about pre-Skullthor?
Yeah, pre-Skullthor.
Some of those songs were before Chad joined too, but I'd probably say Conqueror of Giants.
Yeah. Solid choice.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, obviously it needs a lot of fat trimmed off it, but I wouldn't mind recording that one day with this lineup, just to see what we could do with it.
Yeah. A lot of our early stuff was kind of bloated. We just wanted to play every riff 4 or 8 times, whether or not it needed to be.
Yeah. I would say Crush the Week would probably be a equally number one song for me.
Yeah. I'd say my favorite would probably be either March of the Barbarian Horde or Last Titan.
Yeah, that's my uncle's favorite still to this day.
Still talks about.
Remember, all these other songs are so much better. You're still obsessing over this song. It's like, have you not listened to anything else I've done?
It's a solid song.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we didn't execute it all that well in the recording, but I mean, you hear the live versions.
Yeah, for what it was. I mean, for what the recording one that was. I mean, you know, wasn't Michael Hawkins that did that for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good deal. I mean, it sounds okay. I don't cringe when I hear it.
Oh, the sound is great. Yeah.
But I mean, as far as like, it's a little bloated.
Yeah.
As all our early stuff was.
And it was the first time we'd ever tried to play to a click track too, so it was like struggling to find the right tempo here and there, and we ended up playing it way slower than.
Yeah, it sounds a little draggy to me when I listen to it. It's like I was going to fall asleep.
All right. Okay, so what's your favorite drum track you've laid down?
It was definitely going to be on this new album. I would probably say Silent Assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That one just did it for me.
Yeah.
It gave me all this new confidence in my playing ability until I heard this New Testament album. And then I was like, why the hell do I even play drums? Damn, Gene Hoglan is like another level, man.
Well, yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh, listen to that. I'm like, why do I even play guitar or write lyrics for that matter? Yeah, I definitely think Silent Assassin's probably one of your better ones, and that's a fun song to play.
Yeah.
And I think one of your best ones was Mirkwood, too.
Yeah, Mirkwood's
from the
pretty
Path.
There's some stuff I wish I did different now that I play live, but I mean it's not anything I regret. It's just like, damn, I wish I would have done this before we recorded. I like this a lot better.
Yeah.
And it's just eliminating a couple double bass hits. That's it. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
The live version on our Savage Tales live album, I play it the way I like it. So there's always that way.
Yeah, you can always hear that one. All right. Well, that's about all the long-form questions I got for you. But now, as what will probably become a staple of this show, we got a lightning round coming up. All right. Night Demon album. Curse of the Damned or Darkness Remains?
Curse of the Damned.
Me too. Maiden album. Power Slave or Seventh Son?
I think I'm going to have to go Power Slave, but Seventh Son could be tomorrow's answer.
Yeah, I hear you. I might go. Wow, you're right.
That's just a mood.
It could change either day. Yeah, depends on Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner's just a legend.
Yeah.
All right, so if you haven't guessed by now, probably everybody can pretty much quickly tell that we're big Maiden nerds. We love Iron Maiden. We see them every time that we can when they come by. At least since, Final Frontier. Yeah, seriously. So, what's your favorite Maiden show you've ever been to?
Oh, Final Frontier.
Yeah. Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, that was legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
That set list was amazing.
The set list was amazing, and spending time in Tampa, going to all the different places, and we documented the whole thing.
The Adventures of Crom. Do you remember the Fu King Chinese restaurant? Like,
oh yeah, Fu King China Palace. Yeah. Fuking. Yeah. It was a legendary weekend of drinking and music.
Yeah, we actually ended up going to that metal bar down there twice because there was no other metal themed anything down there. And what was that band that we played like both nights? Like Blood Before Dawn or something like that?
That was it. Yep.
And wasn't that like Brian Posehn? Wasn't he there one night?
Brian Posehn was there. Yeah, and he sang a song with Blood Before Dawn.
Yeah, or Blood by Dawn or something.
Blood by Dawn, something like that. And then there was a thrash band that covered some Maiden songs too.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
I wish I remember their name.
Yeah, I have no idea at this point.
All right, very controversial question right now. Favorite Metallica song from Load onward?
Oh, okay. That's not that bad. I would probably say That Was Just Your Life. It's probably their best one since Load.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would, like I said, pretty controversial. I actually like Load quite a bit, and I think Jason likes it too.
I would always say, like, if you took shitty songs off Load and took the best songs off Reload, you would have had an album that's not so hated.
Right.
It's just that there's so much bloat in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just filler songs.
Yeah, like, just put Fuel as the first song on Load and get rid of Ain't My Bitch, which is like maybe one of the worst song titles I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I've actually seen him play that song live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When I saw him at Lollapalooza, like over in Tennessee, like right across from like a dirt race car track. That was the first time I saw him. I was into it, but looking back, I was like,
yeah. At the time, you're into it, you know.
I was 16 and you get to see Metallica, and at probably near the peak of their popularity.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go with, I think, going back to I Like Load. I think I would probably go with Bleeding Me.
Yeah, that's a good
to
one.
be totally honest with you. I love that song. I like big songs like that with soft intros and then they get heavy in the middle, a lot of Maiden stuff like that, and I like when Metallica was doing that kind of stuff.
Devil's Dance is another one I always always thought was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, Devil's Dance is cool. Fixer.
Yeah, the end songs on Load Reload are some of my favorite ones.
Yeah, Outlaw Torn. Yeah. All right. This one might stump you. Conan the Barbarian or Predator?
As far as movies?
Yeah.
Oh. I probably just have to go Conan the Barbarian.
You can't go wrong with either one, but
the first.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'd go with, just purely for the music and the whole setting. All right, best Rambo movie.
Well, I haven't seen Rambo 5 yet, so just going off 1 through 4. I'm going to go probably best one is probably First Blood, but my favorite one is probably 4. I think it's just Rambo.
Yeah, that's just straight Rambo.
When he blows that guy apart with that damn minigun, mountain gun on that ship, dude. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
This is a damn crazy shit.
That's
here.
a brutal movie.
It is.
What's your favorite band shirt you own?
I'm pretty fond of our band shirts, actually.
I like ours, too.
The Treachery of the Blind Raven shirt, that's probably my favorite one. It's probably my favorite design we got by David and Paul Seymour.
Yeah.
Done, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Cool.
I got a lot. I got some I probably haven't seen in years.
Yeah, same here. I have a tub of them. It's kind of locked away in the bottom part of the closet. And one day I'm going to pull them out and wear them again. But
well, I got 365 of them. And I wear them all.
Yeah. Man, I'm probably close to 100. I don't know. I'd have to look. I got a big band shirt collection. I know you do too.
Yeah.
Well, not as big as some people, but to me and to my wife, it's like, man, you got a lot of band shirts.
Corey's band shirt collection is coming along pretty nicely too.
Nice. Eddie Murphy Raw or Eddie Murphy Delirious? Raw.
There's no question.
Yeah. Give me some Juju beans. Give me some Junior Mints. 3 Inches of Blood song. All Them Witches or Men of Fortune?
Ooh. Damn.
We're big time 3 Inches of Blood fans.
My favorite kid or something. Oh. Man, I'm about to go All Them Witches, man. I just love that damn middle part
Yeah.
so much.
That's such a good
Yeah,
song.
Men of Fortune is fucking badass too, though, man. I
Yeah.
love the middle harmony.
Oh, yeah.
Harmony and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right now it's All Them Witches. I actually just listened to it not too long ago, too.
I did too. Listen to that whole album. I love that album. I don't know. It might not be a lot of people's favorite as far as production, but I actually really like the production on that album. It's just stripped down. It's 2 guitars and 1 bass and 1 vocal track, you know?
I'm more of a fan of that kind of style production anyway. I don't need all the gloss and stuff. I mean, the Black Album sounds good. It was all legitly done before Pro Tools, and yeah, the Pantera albums sound good, but it's a little overproduced if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stripped down production where you just actually hear the natural sounds of the instruments versus the big thick sound they record the guitar once and then they just layer it on top of each other. You know, it's like I don't really get off on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm all about just what does the band sound like.
Right.
What does their gear sound like, you know?
Yeah, what are they playing?
Like
you
if
know,
they play
can you hear
they
that?
play a EVH live, don't be recording with a damn Mesa dual rectifier or a Angle or something like that in the
Yeah.
studio, and you know, just
And 14
be
different
proud of your
oranges.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Dave Chappelle bit. Prince or Rick James?
Rick James. That's a classic.
That's classic. Both are classic, but I mean, you got a whole episode of Rick James there. I kind of thought that would be the case, but I mean, you know, Prince is a classic too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that some of his most iconic skits are like people who died. Like Prince is dead, Rick James died not too long after he recorded that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of a curse of Dave Chappelle.
The Dave Chappelle curse.
If you remember because of Dave Chappelle, you're probably going to die. Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, Charlie
I
Murphy.
know him from
Yeah.
Chappelle Show, and yeah, he died too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's some kind of weird connection with if Chappelle takes you under his wing or makes fun of you in a skit. I mean, you're probably not long for this world if you're still on it.
Dave should take note of that.
I don't know, man. It's a weird coincidence, but it is what it is.
Well, that's all the questions I got for Jason. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening. This is the Ale Horn, episode 2.
Yep. Next week, or next time we record, try to get Chad done.
Yeah.
And then if Ryan never comes back from quarantine,
Yeah.
it sounds like he's out for an indefinite period. So he just said he's gonna wait till he gets. He's gonna wait till it all blows over. So I don't know how long that is. But
Yeah. Can't say I blame him.
no, I'm not. I told him.
Yeah.
No big deal. We got nothing pressing. We
Right.
started the podcast in the meantime to fill in our time. So
Yeah, filling our time, earn a few bucks. We're recording our next full length album. Next time we're due to record some on that's April 25th, which hopefully we'll get to do.
yeah, maybe it doesn't cancel on you.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the world's going to look like by then. This is recorded on April the 5th, by the way. I'm not sure when we'll release it, but, that's almost a month away at this time. And it's like, who knows what the world's going to look like in 3 weeks.
We might be recording in a big ball fire, but we'll pick a good topic to talk about.
Yeah,
least, so.
we might be up here bunkered down with guns and, torches and broadswords and battle axes,
Yep. You never know.
All right, this has been episode 2 of the Ale Horn. Hope you guys enjoy. Come visit our Patreon page and throw us a buck or two if you feel so inclined. All sales or subscriptions go to directly into funding this band and the things we do. Our band name is Temptations Wings, and you guys take it easy. We'll see you next time.